Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. I'm sorry to say that this is the last episode in this cruising series. We do get airborne again though. I know many of you like to see the surrounding countryside where I've moored, and you will get that opportunity on this occasion, I'm pleased to say. When I actually set off, something does go wrong. I think it must be my own error. You'll notice the bow cam at the front of the boat, but it didn't record. And I think the reason for that, I'm sure that I set it to record, but I think the night before I must have forgotten to recharge the batteries. I always make sure the red light is flashing before I leave it, and I'm positive it was. And I was fully expecting to intercut the bow cam footage with my other filming, but I wasn't able to do that. The end result means that you're going to see more of me than usual. Now that might appeal to some of you and not others. The difficulty is though, because I have the canopy up and I'm beneath the canopy, to give you a good view of what's happening behind me, I haven't centered the camera on me. So what's behind me is in focus, and I rather feel that I'm a little bit out of focus at times. I'm wearing my red checked jacket, as it were, and I don't think the camera likes to focus on that. And I think the other problem that I've noticed is that when the camera is facing me and it's fairly close, I don't think it always focuses on my beard properly. So if at any stage it does look a bit not very clear, as it were, you'll know the reason. I think it's to do with the focusing of the camera and what it's focusing on, or possibly not focusing on. But anyway, I hope you enjoy watching. As I said before, this is the last episode, and you'll see me begin to make my way back to Yelvertoft Marina, which is my home mooring. Hi, and thanks for joining me. There's been a sudden change in the weather. I did say earlier it was going to rain. The rain has actually been put back a bit, so we'll just have to see what comes. The sun has disappeared behind the clouds now. That's interesting, I can see a mast in the distance. I'm the only one along here again at the moment. I wasn't looking for a mast, so I didn't know it was actually there, but it's worth knowing. Well, the weather is most certainly turning from that beautiful sunshine we had earlier. The sun was up there, if you recall. Scorch mark here on the grass. More ash here. It does look as though it's wood they've been burning, which is good. Useful mooring ring there. Don't think I'm going to be getting much solar power now. It's been raining and I hadn't realised it. What a change from this morning. I think it's probably a good idea to go and light a fire, so I'm going to do that now. So I've lit the fire. It shouldn't be long before that gets really going. Good morning. It's going to be a dull day today, all day long. I will be moving on. No rain is expected. I'm making my way back to the marina now, and I want to get a few bridges behind me, as it were. So a little bit later I'll get underway. Morning. Where's my voice?
There's one behind me somewhere.
There's one behind you? Okay, far behind?
Looks familiar.
Could be.
YouTube.
My Narrowboat adventure. The boat that's just passed is another viewer of the channel. I'm nearly ready for the off. The boater that just passed said there was another boat following him, but some while has elapsed and no boat has come, so I don't think I can wait much longer, so I'm going to get underway now. I've just got to take off the centre line and retrieve the chain and I'll be off. I've just taken the centre line off, still no sign of the other boat. And I'm off. Very quiet this morning. I think one boat passed whilst I was in the cabin, and the boat we've just seen, the only two boats I've seen today, and it's coming up towards 11 o'clock. I just hope the boat following doesn't suddenly appear because I can't see through Bridge 27. Just going under Bridge 27 now. Very quiet day. I can see they've done some lopping along here. Some of it could be fairly recent by the look of it. I'm stuck. I don't understand why. I just moved over a bit because I wanted to get my camera, swinging the front of the boat out. I was in reverse just now. I really don't understand that. This is the trouble. I'd forgotten one of my cameras. I slowed right down and moved over to the edge, and now I've got caught. I just used my broom to push myself off the edge, and it worked. I've got to be so careful. A worrying moment there, I have to say. The level only looks down a few inches, but there must be a lot of silt on the underside beneath the water. That was a worrying moment. Fortunately, it probably lasted less than a minute, but it did spook me. No one witnessed it. So I needn't have said anything, but these things happen. I went down into the cabin to retrieve this camera, which is my Sony Compact, which I use for side shots and that sort of thing. Oh dear, I can laugh now, not a problem. You just never know what's going to happen or when. Just passing some moored boats. Two boats at Bridge 26 that I've just passed. I'll shortly be going under the bridge. All looks clear. This is good. This bridge always looks to have a shallower arch than some of the others. Worries me a bit as I go under it. Coming up to Bridge 25 now. I can see the bridge. Again, it's round the corner, so I can't see through. Can't see anyone coming. I've got to watch out for these overhanging branches on this side. Okay, mate. Yeah, all is clear. Just passing where I moored up the other day when I came through this way. Sun was shining then. It really is dull today. I can see a turbine in the distance, it's hardly turning. Oh, there's several wind turbines over there as well. The rotor blades are just going around very slowly indeed. It's meant to be a little bit windier today. But, oh no, that's tomorrow I think. It's going to be a bit windier. Seems to be blowing up a bit. Don't seem to be making the same headway as I was earlier. Just coming up to Bridge 24. We did have reports last year of problems by Bridge 24. I think there must be a build-up of silt under the water because the level doesn't look that low. A deep drafted boat I think would have problems. Under the bridge I go. There's a boat coming towards me. No. Yeah, fine, thanks. One happy boater with his dog. That's a near 90-degree bend in the canal there. I was just passing on my left side, the unofficial winding hole, when a boat appeared sort of in front of me coming from the right. So I sounded my horn because he wouldn't have known I was there. And sometimes boats do cut across the corner. See, looking from his point of view, he wouldn't have known that I was coming. I tend to see the same boaters sort of going up and down. It's really what I'm doing, isn't it? I've been one way and now I'm coming back the other, but it's nice along here. Very peaceful. Haven't seen any dog walkers as such at all on this trip. Towpaths do get very muddy, they get very slippy. In places they are very narrow and you've got to be extremely careful. And I suppose where I've been away from the populace, haven't been close to any villages or anything. In the summer, it's a totally different story. Just going under Bridge 23. I'm actually going back to where I moored on my first day out. The reason for that is that I wish to be close to the marina. The next couple of days are going to be windier, with gusts up into the 40 miles an hour. In the mid-40s, some of the gusts. I may lay over tomorrow, or I may go back to the marina tomorrow. I haven't really decided yet. So I thought, let's get close to the marina. And then it won't be a big issue if it is windy. It'll be a short distance. That's my thinking. Just coming down the narrow part. In the summer this is really only wide enough for one boat. You've got this very awkward branch sticking out from the side. It's not a thick branch or anything, but it is a nuisance. I can see a boat moored ahead of me. I'm going to get myself ready to jump off and moor up. I'm going to go on the end of the line. There's wood instead of Armco, but I've moored here before. Some of the wood has come off, but I tend to be able to find a place where I can get 3 decent fixings. On this occasion, I'm going to say I'll catch up with you later. I'll just show you the wooden edging to the side of the towpath. So further up there the steel armco commences again, but along here we have this wood. There is steel pilings here, but you've got this thick wooden edging instead of the sort of long steel straights that it's easier to get your chain around. Now here part of the wood is missing. That's my fender there. And the wood starts again. There's a big bolt there, look. And here again, I can just manage to get my chain around there. It's harder because you've got to dip over a bit further, you've got to reach out further. And this is the end up here. All this mess must have happened when I was moored near Bridge 27. I've only just noticed it. When I say there are a lot of waves on the water, this gives a very good example of what I'm talking about. It was a very windy night. It's now very blustery indeed. The sun has tried to come out, but at the moment it's hidden behind the clouds. This was expected. And it's going to be very similar tomorrow. I am having a layover day today. I'm not going cruising in this, that's for certain. And as far as I'm aware, no boats have come past. Nor would I expect them to, not in these conditions. I'm going to draw the cruising series to a close now. I'm not actually far from the marina. I hope to go back there tomorrow, but if it's like this, it may have to be the day after. I'll just wait and see what happens. I hope you've enjoyed watching this series. I've tried to show other aspects of boating life, or my boating life in particular, which I may not have shown before. I haven't gone far, but I kept myself busy each day, which I think is important. I had some lovely weather. This is the worst weather I've had on this cruise. You can see how blustery it is, and it's pretty much set in, I think, for the day. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. All that remains for me to say, as ever, is look after yourselves, your friends and families. If you haven't yet done so, please do think about subscribing to the channel. I am trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers and I'm still a little way off, so please do think about that. Until next time, take the utmost care everyone, and I look forward to having your company again. All the very best for now. Bye for now. Bye everyone. This mature, lonesome cygnet had been trying to make its way against the current. I watched it for some while as it approached the boat. I did also feed it. I didn't let it go hungry. But he was really struggling to make any progress against the wind and the current on the water.